Welcome to another episode.
The Modern Black Man Podcast.
We back, we live in effect, and I am joined by the uber and beautiful Chantel Shanby Podden.
Yes. What's up?
What's happening? I appreciate you making time.
You're welcome.
I'm excited to talk to you about a couple of things. I just wanted to have a conversation about some stuff that I think will be really, really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest stories in the news right now, on social media right now, the funniest thing after this chair incident is Michael Oher. It turns out that the Tua family and the white people that adopted him and took him only took him in and made for it. That's just what they were into. They were into getting guys and taking over their NFL contracts. And he ain't playing about aggressively correcting, rectifying the situation. I think it's wild.
Mm-hmm. When I saw that, I was like, am I surprised? No. But when I saw that, I'm just like, damn, we're still not reading contracts.
I mean, the narrative, it made you feel good. It seemed true. It was easy to believe. But then, like, when they had grabbed other random kids in Memphis, and
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know if I shared it on my Twitter or not, but there is media going around these other two young men. I think it was Black Sports Online. They were like, nah, we have bus money, we got what we need. We was just near her. And if it's true, that's how the exploitation goes down. That's just what they were into. And I mean, I think there was a good spirit maybe in the beginning. I still kind of believe that they did some things to help, but if it turns out wicked, I ain't gonna be surprised.
But that's another thing too. I'm not a fan of people doing good so they can show that they did good. I'm not a fan of people doing good in hopes that it's going to give them a payout later. Because if that's why you're doing it, is no longer genuine and is not for good, you're manipulating.
So for me, giving back is really, really important. And I want to make sure that I show my concern with intention, not my attention. Because I think that's where we get going down the wrong path. Because, you know what I mean? Like, if I feel that my time is so valuable that if I get to this cause, this person, or this thing, that's the solution and that's going to solve it. And I think that toxic thinking is the problem, because essentially I'm just saying nobody does it because they genuinely care. People do it because they want attention for seeming like they're caring. I think it's a real thing. I mean, that's how we've digested it. Not because that's really what they do. Let me give you another disgusting example of somebody that I can't stand that probably does the right thing. It's a doctor I know that takes care of animals, but he's not good with clients. He's not good with people, and it bothers me. Like, you get what I mean? Like, I get it. It's very noble in a sense that you want to help homeless, random, stray cats, but you could help the community.
I think a lot of people, I think you really have to know your area of purpose. I think people who are really great with animals are great with animals because they're horrible with human beings.
Man, I feel that. You understand how much I receive it? Because I know this doctor and I had the misfortune of actually seeing him in his profession. That hits. Yeah, Dr. Doolittle, you are not. And that's what it is. You just have a horrible bedside manner because your soul's composed of worms. Like,
you know how many, if you took a survey, how many let's say, for example, men, you can take a survey to like, would you enjoy your wife more if she couldn't talk?
Yes. Oh, that's my fantasy. I've told every woman I've yeah, that's hands down.
You know
That's
what I'm saying?
I role play that. Yes.
What? How much more would I enjoy work if people didn't talk to me? 1,000% more.
It's selfish. That's why I don't want you to talk, because your feedback is never gonna match my enjoyment. So
it's not even that. It's just like, just because I'm physically here doesn't mean I want to be talked to. Just do your work like you would do it like you were at home. Like, I work remote, but
that's
go
right.
Huh?
That's how you feel. You say you just want not to be talked to.
Yeah, like out of ego, the company says, well, every month we want you in here for a week. My manager's not there. My team is not there. They were not sitting around each other. We're not going to lunch. We're not engaging. It's basically me picking up my desk and me putting it in the office for a week, wasting my gas for a week, buying stuff I can have in my house for a week. It's unnecessary. So people who are great with animals but are horrible with people, I understand it. Just like police officers that love their job so much and hate going home. Just like people who were in the army and were great soldiers, but they come home and they're having
PTSD.
Not even PTSD, but they're having like imposter syndrome where they don't feel like they belong to their family, and trying to make that work when in reality there's a reason why bodyguards are great at being bodyguards, because they have nobody else to care for. They don't have to check in with a whole bunch of people. They don't have to be a whole bunch of places. They don't have to worry about people's feelings. I was hired to do this. This is what I do. If you cross the line by contract, I need to handle you. That is it.
You love that, don't you? You love a contract killer. Let's be honest.
I mean, I like to watch people within their purpose. And so when people are not great with people, that doesn't bother me. When it bothers me is when you went out your way to pick a job where you have to deal with people and you're being a butthole.
That's such a good point. I see that people are able to tolerate other people. It's everyone's only weakness. If everyone could be in their isolation, we would be okay. So it just lets me know like how important we are to each other and how my contributions affect other people. That's really big for me, because I think you can own that and empower yourself with it, because everybody doesn't deserve your bricks. Like, some people are really out here looking for your bricks, and when you give those bricks up and you know that they're valued, I think that it does do some different things to your walk. I think it does give a little bit of that legitimacy to the thoughts that you have, so you can help build the next village. I don't know. So with that being said, I want to talk a little bit about stocks, a little bit about something that people are maybe intimidated by, myself included, but I don't make enough money to not make my money work.
Nobody does.
No, with 7 streams of income, just think about that. How disturbing is it that everybody that's listening to this show is hip, and you know exactly what that means, right? And do everything we can to get the 7 checked off, and I don't know. It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, and that's what people don't talk about. People love to talk about, here's some, because that was me all yesterday. I want to learn how to make more money without doing physical labor. Okay. And there's so many videos telling you side hustle, side hustle, side hustle. I have booked on side hustles. But nobody tells you is how much time it's going to take to create something, how in order to have this platform, you need to get this platform. It's $39.99 a month. Then when you sell something, it's a fee. So stop. I need people to stop saying, let me tell you a side hustle to get some money. Because if people come and they see side hustles to make more money and you don't elaborate on the fact that you need $50 to start your side hustle, you need $100 to put in for your side hustle first. You need to buy X, Y, and Z amount of books on hand so you can ship them out first. And then when you get this platform, you need to pay this monthly, which tells me I have to be my own salesperson. I have to be my own marketing person. I got to be my own person that introduces myself to a complete stranger and make sure I get the product to where the people are. I need to figure out where my people are. It is not, oh, I only have to sign up for here. Let me get this. Okay, now I have a side hustle. It is not that.
At all. It's something that you are planting a seed for decades, is what
Yes.
I'm learning. So I want to kind of talk about it because this is something that we act like it's hieroglyphics or unimaginable. Essentially, you have a brokerage, you have your investment accounts, you have your traditional IRA, and you have your IRA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stacking up all my strategies because I'm trying to leave money for my kids.
Mm-hmm.
And that traditional IRA is the money that you have for the generations. That's the money you touch when you're 70 years old.
If you get to 70.
If you get there. And then you have your Roth, which is what you can contribute to after you hit that 70 mark, because you can start dipping at it around 60, like 59 and a half.
If you make it to.
If that's the magic.
You gotta say that.
No, it's so true, because listen to this. We're gonna talk about money a little bit. I'm getting kind of hip. When you get to that age and after your investments have had decades to season, grow, mature, it doubles every 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the guy that had enough money in his IRA retirement and left at 70 to become a millionaire, maybe at 70. If not, he's a half millionaire and he'll be due for his other half if he can. What did you say about age? 80 years of age? If that happens. And remember that if you can keep Bernie alive to 90, that money will double again. And now that I'm hip and I get that, I see how you can move these accounts and you can grow wealth for yourself and children. It's just that you said it as we were working up to this. I don't know how I feel about investing. I don't know how I feel about. I just want $500. I have to put 50 to get that 500 back. And as soon as I get my 500, what you're saying, that instant gratification tells me that we leave, and that this game is not that. And that's what I'm blown away by, and I'm learning because I've been around long enough.
Mm-hmm.
The losses are really what indicate the strength of the market. When you look in your account and you lose hundreds or 4 digits of money in a single day, it's not a good feeling. But that means that these same stocks are so much cheaper. And I just think that little things like that should be a little bit more commonplace. Just understanding what's going on with our times, because like I just said, that's a setup for prosperity.
But you know what makes me mad?
What's that?
The fact that 90% of stocks and the 1%, they are so knowledgeable and they know this. Mm-hmm. Why are they acting like we've been on the same playing field?
It's an institution. All institutions are racist. This is their insular way of protecting their money, themselves, their culture. We don't have anything that anyone wants that we can protect, or is an asset for anyone else as far as an institution that they would come in excess. So that's why. This is what racism is. The government, those institutions, they're all racist. Education, like justice system, is racist, but that's what's gonna save us. Politics, it's not gonna be Obama. It's not gonna be Joe Biden. It's not gonna be.
And that's a whole other thing too. I'm not looking for a man or a woman or because you're black now I feel safe to save me either. I don't feel like our safe place is in politics. It's never been in politics. I feel like for black people, where in politics has it done us correctly? Never.
Local, small, like that little town in Georgia, that little, the small communities in South Carolina. Like, yeah, it's cool when my auntie is the council member, but the stakes are that limited because when Obama was president, that was the major gripe. He did a lot of amazing things, but we need that immediacy. Everyone wants
it. And I don't like how people put so much pressure on one person fix all the stuff that's been wrong for the last X amount of years because you look like this.
But then they blame
when you see one person that looks like you, okay, good. But know that he needs a team of people who backing him. And that's what people didn't understand for his second term is y'all refuse to be honest about what he has put in place, but y'all are so upset about the things that he has not gotten to, but y'all don't understand that he don't got a team in backing him making sure these things come to happen. He had so much friction of people behind him.
It was incredible
against what he was trying to do.
It was incredible. He taught me the value of a coalition. Just having people that fuck with you.
Yes.
Obama proved it politically, socially, and I mean that's just kind of the point. We don't have institution to yield any kind of power, which is why if I had so interested in stocks, because 90% of stocks are white owned. That's racist enough for me.
Yeah.
That's where the money's at. People might not know, but that's the 9%. Real estate is close to 10%. We're talking about these 7 streams of income. Most of the top 2, you get to intergenerational wealth with real estate. That's 10%. Only difference is double digits, but it's only effing 10%. That's how hard it is to make it. So I very much believe in investing, and I would love to hear more about it for children, because that's where you're going to get the benefit. If you can put away money in your kids' names for them, I bet you have the college can be taken care of and more.
And that's a whole nother thing too. I think college is bullshit.
It is, but
and that's coming from someone with a 4-year degree.
It's becoming less relevant, and I bet you more people go now than ever. Like, I look at those numbers too. More people are getting college degrees, and how unspecialized is college? It's not specialized for anything. Everybody's sent to the same place, and they get less and less original. I think college is the biggest scam, but I do think it's becoming expected. It's BS. Can we send them to college, or you would prefer that they not go?
Honestly, my job as a parent is to help my children fulfill their passion. So if they get to 17, they're just like, Mom, I don't want to go to college. I want to start a business. I feel better seeing consistently what they've been passionate about since they've been young up until that age, and saying, okay, I will invest this amount of money for you to start your business. I will take the equity out of this property that I've had over the years so you can start your business. I will borrow from this life policy so you can start your business. And that's another thing. A lot of us, we don't know the benefits of our life insurance policies. We don't know how most white people turn their life insurance policies into their personal bank so they don't have to go to the bank for a loan and hope it goes through. I tell them this also. If you do want to go to college, make sure academically it can be paid for by someone else. I will not be signing no loan form. You will not be signing no loan form because I know what trap that is because I'm still in that trap at 36. And I went to college in 2005.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like it's becoming obsolete. I feel like other countries that allow their kids to go to college for free look at our country like
it's so hard here because it is, you know, that it's influence. There's no reason that in-state tuition has its own level because they're a part of that program that costs just a little bit extra, and then you throw the fraternity on top of it.
trash.
Yeah, they're learning the same thing. Trash. They're not learning anything. And it's nepotism, cronyism. It's because SMU and Baylor and Georgetown and what's popping in Atlanta right now, like it's just that's what rules the real world, and be prepared for what happens when these networks are compromised, because you usually only see it when it's a football scandal, because these rich people or the people that control these resources have their rifts, and then they want to only let they group in. Like that's
It's high school. It's when you go to a startup company in tech and everybody in there is clicky clicky. You know who's not doing the work. You know who's faking sales. You know who's coming in drunk after lunch and only shows up on at the beginning of the month and the end of the month when sales need to be put in. I don't want to be in that.
You want to be authentic. You want to be purposeful.
I don't want to be in the mix of the clicky club in order to make my living.
I have such a story for this. I've been in that, where your survival is dependent on people that you don't like, but the
liking you or wanting you or being okay and comfortable with you because you make them feel good about the stuff that they're not doing correctly.
the worst.
I don't want to be in that. Like I tell people all the time, like I have no interest in being famous. I would rather be wealthy that way. When I walk into a Walmart at 11 o'clock at night and I'm getting something I don't need, I don't have to worry about somebody walking up to me and asking me things and seeing my kids and invading their privacy.
Inserting themselves in your existence.
Yeah.
It makes them feel good, not you. I think that it's so real with people because talent we're talking about, right? We're talking about the fame game. Because those people that make it, they start getting all weird because it's likability. It's not all your skill. Because Eddie Murphy, Jamie Foxx, all these people that do all those crazy voices and are the most amazing people in the world, they have fans and they get their way. And game changer. And we won't really know what that's like because winners always win now.
I wanted to say this earlier. The only time I feel the pressure of what a millionaire or a billionaire may feel about I did this, but I have to wait till it's time so I can fulfill it. I hope I don't die before that time. Is when I buy plane tickets for vacations I am not ready to be on. And I got to make sure the amount of money that I paid already that I cannot get back, hotel, flight,
non-refundable PTO request in. But you said
I feel the pressure of Chantal. Make sure you don't die before the 16th.
the policies, bruh. You got life insurance. I know you're getting 7 digits back.
But I'm just saying
Finance.
the pressure between that time of I hope I get to enjoy this vacation and nothing happens and everything goes smoothly. I hate it.
You didn't say anything about the afterlife. You just made it seem like go after you go to Maui.
No, my pressure is imagine paying for something to prepare to enjoy it and not being able to enjoy it because you died.
No, I got it. That's what I just said. You made it seem like the afterlife is just a little bit sweeter after Maui instead of on the way home on the freeway. Like if you'll be damned, you die. I think I read every single bit of that.
I don't, and that's why like I'm not a lover of working out, but I work out because I want to be able to be around till I'm old. I love candy, but I stopped eating candy June 3rd. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no jelly like geriatrics, man. It's like if anything else, I don't think old people look good, but you don't really see too many ugly old people, right? Like when you live that long, it's you know how to live. Like you have a little strength, like you have a little that like Darwinism, right? For real. When you have heart problems, when you have poor health, bad kidneys, poor hygiene, and you die in your 50s, and you die in your 60s, not is it unfortunate and sad, but unfortunately, it's expected. And people that go to the gym every day and they're vegan and they die in their 50s, we call it a tragedy. I think that's just where we don't respect life. So I see old people. I hang out with old people. I am an AARP member. I have brothers that are AARP members, and yeah, man, the aging thing is so real. It's scary, but at the same time, you've been working towards this for 20 years. When you get to the advanced stages, you had grown ass habits that got you into the health situation that you're in, and hopefully you can have some grown ass resolve to get out of it because your health, that's the most important thing. I run a medicinalmoves.com. I have health information, all that stuff about natural healing, holistic. I don't like allopathic medicine. I think that there's so much power in things like fasting, just simply not eating for a couple of days. Ladies, I am talking to you all. It's okay. You're not going to die. It's not going to make you a swimsuit model either.
Let me tell you, watermelon. I love to eat my fruits at night. Watermelon, mangoes at night. Apples.
That's right.
Fruits, sometimes at night.
Detoxify.
Yeah.
Rebuild. Vegetables rebuild.
Yeah. Eat your green peppers raw.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
They sweet. They taste sweet if you let them chill in some water. Learn how to crisp up different produce. Because I'm not a natural veg person, but I've gone on this cooking journey and I've changed things up 1,000,001 times.
Yeah.
And that's it. The veg is what makes every meal. And I think that for our growth, we need to have it programmed to be predominantly protein. I think that's just the facts of the day. I don't know if you're vegan or not, or
I'm not vegan. I wish I had the self-control to be vegan because I think vegan people are beautiful.
But it's worth it to an extent, but you still need meat. I'm not jumping all over the place because I'm talking about an economic principle, but Friedman wrote a book called The Lexus and the Olive Tree. In the beginning of the book, talks about how the biggest jump in evolution for humanity is eating protein because of what it does to our brains. And I think that some of that is still true, obviously, but a lot of it is just practicality. And look at our nutritional demands and expectations. Everybody wants to lose weight. You ain't gonna lose no weight being a vegan, eating predominantly carbs and living like a weak lifestyle. So medicinalmoves.com. We got a lot of good information.
But you know what, too? What the hell is meat in 2023?
Stop playing. I had some 3D printed jerky the other day. No, I'm saying. Like it can be. Is it cloned or is it grown? It's grown. It's grown. That's weird. I don't know. They call it meat. And there's no inspectors for it.
It's sick, dog. Like it's just like.
Well, tilapia. No, you eat tilapia that's cloned. Yeah, you do salmon that's cloned, shrimp that's cloned, probably even catfish.
Shrimp is now cloned. I learned that last week. I don't eat tilapia. I stopped eating salmon.
It's farm raised, it just doesn't have the same instincts because what makes salmon so awesome, salmon swim upstream. They're like ridiculous fish, so they're super resilient, and that's why
farm raised things they live in their shit.
Who? Which ones?
Farm raised.
Oh yeah.
Things live in there, and it's like amazing to me how you think you wouldn't get diseases from that.
It's worse, just like chicken farms, fecal soup, like. Yeah, man. That's why I'm all about this learning how to heal yourself and understanding those elements of nutrition. I went as far as locking myself in with one of these nutritionists that you realize females can't control themselves because it just is what it is. It's the flesh, and that's so important because it affects everything. It affects our mental health. It affects our physical well-being. Talking about our longevity. I just think stuff like that with stocks and keeping it 1,000 on the white lady that bought all those Nikes when we went to practice, like all that stuff. It just is what it is. I mean, I'm not mad at anybody. I just think that sometimes we try to look the other way to suit ourselves, and we lose sight of the fact that at one point he needed Karen. I don't know her name, but at one point, relationship, and in life we have these ebbs and these flows, and we got to stop trying to cling on to what serves us today. And we really need to have love, respect, appreciation, and look forward to tomorrow.
We have to do that, yes, but it's hard to tell people that who don't love themselves first.
Okay? What was my big thought was about how people are so quick to sell you out. People are so quick to be like fake and false and jump ship. Like, just don't mess with nobody, man. Like, I don't get it. Like, what is wrong with this generation? They're so desperate to give the wrong people a chance. It's kind of weird, if that makes sense. Like, they go into situations that they know they're not going to thrive in, or that they don't.
Oh, you mean like a Summer Walker? I'm going to be the best baby mother out of the last.
Why? Like, what is that about? That's weird.
I don't know. I struggle with that kind of faith. This is an example of the level of faith I have with relationships at 36. I don't believe anything anybody tells me. I believe what people show me. So if you show me that you treat the first one like this, the second one like this, the third one like this, the fourth one like this, and people have to beg you to come and show up for your kids, I'm not trying to be the sixth.
I mean, but there's a difference between empirical data and just doing the right thing and not trying to repeat a failing pattern. And I think that's what we do in this weird culture, if that makes sense. Give people the benefit of the doubt, but don't doubt your benefit.
No, I'm never giving people the benefit of the doubt. I'll give you the space to show me your difference, but I'm not giving you the benefit of the doubt. I think people have to be honest about what can you afford.
But men, it's not that you trick men into anything. It's that the ability of those positive, responsible relationships, I think, are what make my heart hurt in our current time, current generation.
Why? Because you're missing out. Some people are missing out.
Intentionally so. Because they'll
I told my friend today, I said, dang. She's like, this year is almost over. I said, yeah. And I, on my second year of not going on a date, I said, I'm just waiting for him to come to my house. She was like, Chantal, you don't leave the house. I was like, I know.
You can't be irresponsible, but you deserve happiness, right?
Yeah.
That we make these connections, because you have to be an example for your kids that you're putting priority rightfully with their interests first. But it's a very fine line. It's an intimate dance, because your mental health and your life matter. I can only hard, and I know what that's like. My mother never dated where I could see.
Hello. My mom, she was married to my dad, and after they divorced, she never dated. So from age 8 up until last year, I haven't seen my mom with a man. Wow. And I'm 36. So my mom will be 70 at the end of this month. And so I don't want to be that for my daughters, but at the same time, like today is so funny. My girls know me so well. I was helping my youngest with her spelling test, her practice test. And she had her word was my. And so I made a sentence. I said, my man, my man, my man. And she was like, you have no man, no man, no man. I said, Ari, shut up. And you are correct.
Wow.
So they know, like, my mom is not with that. My mom is super to herself. My mom does not trust that gamble.
Yeah.
And that's just my mom. And so I'm just like,
it's unique. It's unique because your kids are your priority. They are your number one.
Yeah.
Remember that they are going to leave one day and form and all these things.
Yeah.
You know, the beauty of life. But with all those things being said, I would love to I'd like to get back on my YouTube channel with you. Like, we need to get back together. Yeah. I'm kind of taking some time right now, but October 20th, I'm gonna have an event after I get back from another event, and then I'll have a couple months hopefully to get some stuff right for the rest of 23. Maybe we can get a little something in around that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate you so much. You already know, if you don't check out She Gets It podcast, if you don't go to shambypodden.com,
you got it.
Her, she is 1000% popping, beautiful, wildly intelligent, dedicated. One of my favorite personalities.
Thank you.
Making the time.
Thank you. It's always a good time. It's always a good time. I appreciate it. So much out here right now. Like, we didn't even have discussions about these aliens they claim we have that haven't showed face. But that's a whole other thing. Take me with you. But yeah, it's good. It's good.
Until the next episode. Peace.
Peace.